after we have an exit ticket that's scaffolded, and again, remember, you don't have to have all fill in the blanks, right? You can definitely scaffold and get some information with multiple choice exit tickets or fill in the blanks. Keep that in mind, okay? But anyway, so once we have this exit ticket, we're going to anticipate possible common errors based on the responses that we could get from the students. So you know your class, right? So as you build this exit ticket, you're thinking 2 weeks out, right? What do I imagine students are going to answer? What kind of answers could I get to these questions? How many students do I think will kind of be in each area? So I might kind of guess from how things are going, right? I haven't done the main idea lesson yet, but just sort of judging on how our lessons have gone. I know, there's certain kids that are going to end up not being able to define main idea, or maybe a possible common error would be to not be able to articulate main idea, right? Or on the other hand, right, so maybe they kind of know it, but they can't articulate, so they get these other ones right. On the other hand, maybe they can define it, right, because they have the notes or something, but they don't actually know what it means, right? So maybe even then, kind of when I look at through these common areas, maybe then I want to do 2 more steps in main idea, depending on where my students are at, right? Then I look at the next question, okay, reading the following text, finding the main idea, right? One thing I could see, again, they just can't find it or write it, right? Maybe they kind of know, but they could explain it to you, but they can't write it or explain it. Very common error is probably them just quoting the text, right? At some random point. So, wrong part, right? Maybe they quote a detail, but not the main idea. That's probably a common error, right? And then looking at underlining 2 details from the text that support the main idea. It could be sort of random underlines, right? Or maybe 1 of 2 details that support, right? So again, going through these common errors could not only help you maybe make your exit ticket even stronger, or if you don't do that, it sets you up to anticipate what might happen when the students fill it out. And again, this shouldn't be a long process, right? Basically, I just went through it. I mean, I would go through a little more detail, but again, just looking for, based on these questions, what are the kind of answers I could get, right? I get the sort of from 100% correct to possible mistakes. From a math standpoint, right? I look at it, okay, fraction to represent how much of the area model. Okay, I could get the right answer. I could get 1/4, or I could get just kind of random arbitrary numbers, right? Drawing an area model to represent 1/2 times 1/4. Maybe they have the boxes, but they don't know how to work it out, whatever, right? So again, really breaking it down to help yourself anticipate what the common errors are going to be. And also, again, it's a way to troubleshoot your exit ticket. This is a great thing to maybe have a partner teacher do for you when they're looking at your exit ticket. So maybe they're looking for the common errors for you to get that problem that started. But again, you want to identify what those common errors are, because that's how we're going to plan the reteach lessons for the next day. So that, again, without even having the results, right, you can prepare your lesson to take that into account, so that once you get this exit ticket, you go through them, sort them out into 3 piles, and then put them into the groupings you already set up, because you already anticipated what the common errors might be. And again, might seem like that'll take a while. That seems like a lot of extra work. Once you get good at it, it actually shouldn't take more than a few extra minutes, really, during your planning time. And again, it'll save you time going forward.